May 17th, 1943, 4:32 p.m. A sun-dappled street in Haarlem, Netherlands. The air hums with the distant clatter of German boots on cobblestone, mingling with the faint scent of blooming tulips crushed under tank treads. You can almost hear the tension in the wind, whispering through the narrow alleys like a warning ignored Freddie overstepping pedals slowly, her bicycle wheels whispering over the uneven pavement. At 14, she looks every bit the innocent schoolgirl. Braids tied with faded ribbon, a simple dress fluttering in the breeze, and a basket on her handlebars, filled with wildflowers she picked that morning. But beneath those petals, cold steel waits a small pistol loaded and ready. Her heart pounds not from fear, but from the electric thrill of purpose. Up ahead, striding with arrogant precision, is her target. SS Obersturmführer Karl Heinrich, a mid-level officer, known for his brutal interrogations in the local Gestapo headquarters, he turns a corner into a quieter lane, his polished boots clicking like a countdown. She rings her bell lightly, a cheerful ding that slices the air. He glances back, his stern face softening into a predatory smile. A pretty Dutch girl on a bike, harmless. Flirtatious, even Freddie slows, tilting her head with feigned shyness. "Excuse me, sir," she calls in accent of German, her voice light as a summer breeze. "I'm lost. Could you help me find the market square?" He stops adjusting his cap, eyes lingering on her youthful face. The streets are emptying as curfew approaches, but he feels invincible here in occupied territory. "Of course, Fräulein," he replies, stepping closer. "It's not far. Follow me through the park." "It's a shortcut," Freddie nods, her smile masking the ice in her veins. They walk together, her bike between them like a silent accomplice. The park looms ahead, its trees thick with spring leaves, shadows lengthening as the sun dips. Birds chatter overhead, oblivious to the drama unfolding below. She chatters two innocent questions about the weather, the flowers drawing him in, making him laugh. You can feel the shift. The way his guard drops, replaced by something darker, more personal, deeper into the woods. Now away from prying eyes, the path narrows, gravel crunching underfoot. Freddie's hand drifts casually to her basket, fingers brushing the hidden grip. Her sister Truce had drilled this into her. Wait for the signal, make it clean. But today it's just her. The Resistance Council had chosen Heinrich for his role in executing 5 local fighters. Last week, retribution swift and unseen. He reaches out, touching her arm. "You're quite charming for such a young thing," he murmurs, his breath sour with authority. That's the moment Freddie's eyes harden. In one fluid motion, she draws the pistol, the flowers tumbling to the ground like forgotten confetti. The shot cracks through the air once, twice echoing off the trees. Heinrich crumples, surprise frozen on his face, blood blooming on his uniform like a crimson flower. She stands there for a heartbeat, watching life fade from his eyes. No remorse, just the cold satisfaction of justice. But as she mounts her bike and pedals away, the wind whipping her braids, a German patrol rounds the distant corner. Shouts pierce the twilight. Have they seen her? The chase begins. The patrol's shouts grow louder behind her. Harsh German commands slicing through the evening air like bayonets. Freddie's legs burn as she stands on the pedals, weaving between parked carts and narrow gaps between houses. The bicycle, a plain black gazelle her father once rode to work, now carries the weight of murder and the promise of more. Bullets snap past, one ricocheting off brick with a vicious whine. She doesn't look back. Looking back is how people die. She cuts left into an alley so tight, the handlebars scrape whitewash from the walls. The shouts fade, replaced by her own ragged breathing and the frantic tick-tick of the chain at the far end. A laundry line sags across the passage. She ducks low, braids whipping, and bursts onto a parallel street just as a motorcycle combination roars past the mouth of the alley. They missed the turn. For now, Freddie coasts to a stop behind a coal shed, heart hammering so hard she can taste iron in her mouth. She checks the basket, 3 rounds left. Pedals still clinging to the barrel, like evidence she can never fully erase. Then she does what Truce taught her. In the dim kitchen 3 months earlier, breathe slow, count to 10. Become invisible again, rewind to January 1943. The oversteegen house on the edge of Haarlem smells of damp wool and boiled cabbage. Freddie, 13 then, sits cross-legged on the floor while her older sister Truce, 20, kneels in front of her with a disassembled Walther PPK spread on newspaper. Their mother Jan stands watch at the window. Curtain barely parted, you don't shoot to wound.
You don't shoot to wound.
Truth says, voice low and steady. You shoot to kill, two to the chest.
If he's
still moving, one to the
head.
No hesitation. Hesitation is louder than any gunshot. Freddie's small hands tremble as she fits the slide back onto the frame. She's practiced this a dozen times already, but tonight feels different. Tonight the resistance contact, a wiry man they only know as Honey's friend, has given the green light. They need girls no one suspects. Girls who can walk up to an officer, smile, flirt a little, lure him somewhere quiet. Girls who can pull a trigger and pedal away before the body hits the ground. Freddie had asked only one question that first night. How many will I have to kill? Truce looked at her a long moment. As many as it takes to make them afraid to walk our streets alone. James turned from the window then, eyes red but dry, and you'll never tell anyone the number. Not me, not your children, if you live long enough to have them. Some things a person carries alone, so the rest of us can sleep. Freddie nodded once she understood. The pistol felt heavier after that, not because of metal, but because of what it promised. Back in the coal shed shadow, May 17, 1943, she wiped sweat from her brow with a sleeve. The patrol has doubled back. She hears their engines circling blocks away, like wolves that have scented blood. She can't go home yet, too hot. Instead, she pushes the bike through a gap in a fence into the yard of an elderly couple who leave their back gate unlocked for exactly this reason. Inside the shed, she buries the pistol beneath a sack of potatoes, changes into an old apron and headscarf left for her, and slips out the front door as if she's just finished helping with chores. When a German soldier stops her 2 streets later, demanding papers, she shows them with trembling hands and downcast eyes. He grunts, waves her on. She walks the last mile home, basket empty of flowers and gun, looking exactly like the frightened child they expect. But inside, something has hardened. The first kill is done, and the resistance has already chosen the next target, a helpman who likes to drink alone in a cafe near the canal. Freddie knows she'll be smiling again soon. Late June 1943, dusk settles over the Sparn Canal like spilled ink, turning the water black and glassy. Gas lamps flicker on along the quayside. Their light too weak to reach the shadowed bench where soldiers sometimes sit to drink away the boredom of occupation. Freddie pedals along the towpath, basket once again innocent. This time carrying only a small, paper-wrapped parcel of cheese and a half-loaf of stale bread. Her dress is the same faded blue one, but she's pinned a sprig of lilac to the collar. A touch of spring, a touch of invitation. The target tonight is Hauptmann Wilhelm Boss, 41, recently transferred from Arnhem. He has a routine every Thursday. He leaves the office's mess at 7:15. Walks the same route to Café de Lin, orders 2 glasses of Geneva drinks. One carries the second to the bench nearest the water's edge. There he sits alone, staring at the reflections of passing barges, pretending the war is somewhere else. Freddie has watched him 4 times already. She knows he tips his cap to pretty girls. She knows he likes to talk about music, Beethoven mostly, and that his laugh is too loud when he's had a drink. She also knows he signed the execution orders for 3 teenagers caught distributing underground newspapers 2 weeks ago. One of them was only 15, the same age she was when she first held a gun. She coasts to a stop 20 meters from the bench, pretending to adjust her chain. Boss is already there, second glass in hand. Uniform jacket unbuttoned at the throat. The evening is warm. He's rolled up his sleeves. She can see the pale skin of his forearm, the blue veins standing out like rivers on a map. Freddie walks the bike closer, letting the front wheel wobble just enough to catch his eye. She stops, looks around as if lost, then smiles directly at him, small, hesitant. The smile of a girl who knows she shouldn't be out after curfew, but can't quite help herself. "Excuse me, mynheer," she says in Dutch, then switches to careful German. "Is this the way to the Grootmarkt? I think I've turned wrong." Boss straightens slightly. His eyes travel from her face to the lilac, then back. "You're a long way from the market, Fräulein. But it's not far. Sit a moment. I'll show you on the map in my head." She hesitates, glances at the empty bench space beside him, then perches on the very edge, bike propped between her knees like a shield. The parcel of bread and cheese rests in her lap. "I'm meeting my aunt," she explains. "She'll be angry if I'm late again." He chuckles, takes a sip. "Aunts are always angry. What's your name?" "Freddie," she says softly. Short for Frederica, pretty name. Like a song, he pats the bench closer. Come, I won't bite. She shifts nearer just enough. The pistol is taped beneath the basket's wicker bottom, grip angled toward her right hand. She can reach it in less than 2 seconds. Truce timed her, but she needs him relaxed.
She needs him
talking. They speak of small things, the warm weather, the way the canal smells of moss and diesel, how Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata makes everything feel less heavy. Voss grows expansive, gesturing with the glass. His voice carries the faint slur of someone who's already had 3 before this one. Freddie laughs at the right moments, tilts her head, lets her braids fall forward. You can almost see the calculation behind her eyes, cold and patient as stone. When he sets the empty glass down and turns fully toward her hand, reaching to brush a strand of hair from her cheek, she moves her left hand, presses the basket down hard, pinning it to the bench. Her right slips underneath, finds the grip, pulls. The shot is muffled by the wicker in the parcel. 2 quick coughs that sound more like someone clearing their throat than murder. Voss jerks, once eyes wide with disbelief, then slumps sideways. The glass rolls into the canal with a soft plop. Freddie stands immediately. She straightens her dress, tucks the lilac sprig back into place, and wheels the bike away along the towpath behind her. The body slides slowly off the bench and into the water. Barely a splash, the current catches it, carries it toward the locks. By the time the first shout goes up from a passing barge, she's already 3 streets away, pedaling into the gathering dark. But word is spreading faster now. 2 officers in 6 weeks, both lured by the same girl on a bicycle. The Germans are starting to notice the pattern.